All right, guys, we're live here at NoMagnalTrading.com. Let's see if that works. Let's double check that. Okay, cool. Edit video. Go here and go change. Documents. 53.6. Yep, that's us right there. Today's day 337. 422. Okay, that's set up. Now we're going to post really quick on social media. What's going on, guys? Hope you guys had a great trading day. Please like and subscribe to the channel. Click the icon to alert you if I'm making videos. I'd really appreciate that, guys. Helps the NoMagnalTrading.com community out a ton. Alright, there's that. Alright, guys, today was kind of slow again. We're kind of slowly heating up, but not a whole lot. Definitely still, slow. It's something that we got to work with. It's something that we just, it is what it is as traders, guys. Base hit after base hit after base hit. Exactly right. Small caps. Options alert. Let's go to crypto, because I know there's a lot of action in there. Okay, and then we're going to post on social media quick, and then we're going to get started. Alright, there's that. Good to have you guys on. Good to have you guys in, guys. I'm live going over today's trading day. What's some runners today? OCGN, BTX. We had SKLZ, which actually sold off a lot. TRCH. Well, I don't think that really did anything. Oh, yeah, it kind of did. And then we need one more. We can do Galt. Alright. Hope you guys had a great trading day out there. Make sure that posted quick. Cool, there's that. Excuse me. There's that as well. Alright, let's go on TikTok now. Okay, I'm going to go here. Well, let's see here. All right. $53,000 a day on a $790,000 account. Here I am live on Instagram and live on my YouTube. Make sure to follow me for more as people are tuning in now. Make sure to follow me to learn more. Also join my free chat room as well. Hopefully I can help you learn something new. $53,000 a day on a $790,000 account. Here I am live on Instagram and live on my YouTube. Make sure to follow me for more as people are tuning in now. Make sure to follow me to learn more. Set duration, go like this. Now here I am live on Instagram and live on my like this. $53,000 a day on a $790,000 account. Here I am live on Instagram and live on my YouTube. Make sure to follow. $53,000 a day on a $790,000. Alright, there's that. Go there. Setting everything up, guys, is not easy every day. But I do my best. Alright, guys. So hopefully you guys, what's going on, Corky Lois? What's going on, Jason? What's going on, Magic? Alright, guys, there's that. Okay, folks, let's kind of just go over today's trading day. As always, hopefully you guys like and subscribe to the channel. Click the icon alert if I make new videos. I would really, really appreciate that. We're going to pull up the big chart here. and kind of go over the trades. Wasn't many. Honestly, there wasn't too many trades at all going on today. But, in the end, excuse me. OCGN seems to be climbing a little bit. Sorry, guys. Oops, that's my breakfast. All right, guys. So hopefully you guys are, enjoying today's trading day. Hopefully you guys had a green day. Hopefully you guys have been studying. As always, guys, today wasn't easy. Looks like OCGN is going to make new highs here in a second. Today wasn't easy, but, guys, we're not getting too aggressive in these markets. We're just trying to trade with what we got and go from there. So, not going to ever force anything, not going to ever make anything that, doesn't really have a lot of volatility and have a lot of opportunity. And right now, guys, things are pretty slow overall. I'm not seeing anything that's very volatile. I'm not seeing anything that, is insane. And we're not seeing multi-day runners or anything along those lines, guys. So, OCGN was probably one of the bigger moves today. And it's still going after hours. So, but you can say we traded GSX, Coin, Riot, Skills, OCGN. That was basically it. And actually, I didn't take one red trade today. I didn't realize that. Wow. That's probably the first time in a long time I didn't take one trade. What's going on, Nancy? What's going on, Jason? What's going on, Southern Exposure? What's going on, Razzmatazz Jones? What's going on, RJ? RJ. But yeah, guys. So, to start off the day, guys, I traded SKLZ. This is a top watch of mine, especially because, this sold off so big, and this is a huge runner yesterday on a massive amount of volume, and actually today we had even more volume than yesterday. But mainly it was sell-off volume. We had about $1 a share perk from 16 up to over 17, and that's where I took a piece off my trade. And so, yeah. So I took a piece off there, and then, I ended up just getting... I was going to take it all off there, but I wanted a hair more, and I didn't quite get it, so... I got stuck at the consolidation, but so in the beginning of the day, I longed at 17.15, which was right in here. Okay, I longed it down here on this bottom, and then I actually sold it beautifully at 17.41. So it wasn't perfect, but it was better than nothing. And then we just resold off the rest of the day. GSX I ended up taking a long on because this thing, again, looking for a huge sell-off and then looking for a midday rip. We didn't get any of that. Good thing I took it off, or else this could have both been losing. But 27.50 in. So, I actually took a starter in here, and then I added on the way down and ended up with a 27.50 average. I had to hold through this, but with that much sell-off that quick and all the support from the past 4 days of just price action, I was like, there was too much volume if you went back and looked at these price levels. And to sell off that quickly with all the volume that was showed at these price levels, I wasn't really worried about it selling off too much. I used the support along with the volume from the previous days to help me kind of figure out the bottom and the amount of time and the amount of dollars per share it sold off. So it sold off, obviously $3 or $3.50 a share in a matter of, an hour. So that's a very, very quick move on a stock like GSX. So I knew that, and I was always just looking for a bounce because not only did it sell off quick, but then, the volume on the previous days, was going to support this generally, especially with how fast it sold off. So that's how I held through it.
And then I ended up getting out at 27.80, so right where this white line is roughly. So I did a pretty good job before the next sell-off. Coin, I ended up shorting this one multiple times today. Nothing too crazy. I mean, it ended up being a nice, I wish I would have shorted there and covered it there and shorted it here and covered it there. But, you know, that's just the way it goes. My thesis was overall right on this trade. You can see it definitely sold off, but I wasn't patient enough on either trade. So 4,500 shares at 306.35. So I noticed this thing basically making higher lows, higher lows, higher lows. And then looking at the yearly chart, you know, we had a big area basically at 302 was the all-time lows on this name. So I basically was looking at that like, okay, this is a huge sell-off. And now not only that, but this kind of looks like a bearish chart on the yearly. And even if you look at it on the 15-minute. That looks extremely bearish to me. Not only that, we were close to making new lows, 52-week new lows. And this thing was overpriced when this IPO came out anyway, so a lot of things that were going on in my mind that considered that helped me create a thesis that was based on or bearish on the stock. Once we kind of consolidated, higher lows, higher lows, higher lows, I started to build a short right in here, looking for the crack, and really we got a little crack, but I didn't wait long enough to get the big crack. And coin, I covered it at 305. So I actually covered it right in here. And then about 15, 20, 30 minutes later, just took a dump. And then I took a 304, 178. So I reshorted right in here. And then ended up, believe it or not, covering it at 302. So I covered it actually right on this downward move here, and then wasn't but a couple minutes later we actually had the real fall off. So, you know, I was there, right mindset, right decision, just you know, not quite being patient enough, but that's all right. We're in this market, I don't really need to be. I heard that there's going to be Yellen said there's 80% tax cuts on crypto, which is a big note. It's a big negative. I just basically shorted it, chased it down with small size, and made $1,400. And then SKLZ was going to be my big trade of the day. This one I had good conviction down here, and I ended up having a 16.49.8 average. That's with me adding and selling. So it was really like a 16.34 average, I believe. So right there. And I had more buying power to add. If this would have made one more new low, I probably would have been all in, just because if you look, so we have the first big sell-off, then a sell-off, then a sell-off, then a sell-off. And you can kind of tell each sell-off in the big scheme of things is smaller and smaller. So here's the big sell-off, right? This moved down in 20 minutes. It moved about $2 a share. And then here's the second sell-off. This one moved from 18 down to 17, so $1 a share. And then here's the third sell-off, 17 down to 16.60. So now it's like 60 cents a share. Then here's the fourth sell-off, 17.14 all the way down to 16.32. And then here's another one, 16.80 down to 16.17. And then one more sell-off from basically 16.39 all the way down to 16. And then so you can just kind of see the sell-offs in the big scheme of things are getting smaller and smaller. And this generally tells me the buyers are slowly meeting the sellers as this thing's coming down. Not only that, we were meeting big volume from yesterday. In terms, if you go back and look at yesterday, the $16 was a big volume area. It's also a whole dollar. People like to hold and also use it as support and resistance for whole dollar levels. That's a big level in general. And then we had a nice perk, and I ended up selling about, I think I had about 60,000 shares, and I sold about 10,000 right there at 17.03. I wanted to take it all off, but we didn't quite get one more push to 17.07, 17.08, so I left it on. Of course, it sold off. I get in this consolidation, and I start adding a little bit on the dips down in here, using 1650 as basically the support level. And I believe I sold off some right in here, and then the rest stopped out right there, and then it took a dump. But then, it doesn't surprise me if this thing gaps up tomorrow. So, OCGN, man, it continues to go. I took a long there. I saw this on the scanners. I took a nice dip here, and I ended up taking the trade on the dip right in here. I kept adding kind of bits and pieces. And when we got under $9, that's why I really took my decent add there. There was like a 300 or 400 lot at $8.99, and I said anything under 9 I'm gonna try and add heavy, but I didn't quite add heavy. I just kind of got away from my plan too much, and I wish that I would have, but oh well, that's the way the trading goes. And I sold out at 926 for a $2,500 winner. So that's today's day. It's been a while. It's been a long time since I could say that I've had green trades all day long. But yeah, today marks the day of green trades all day long. So we're about the 15-minute mark on the stream. Somebody asked me, when am I buying an exotic car? I don't really like being stared at. I don't really like being like that flashy guy. Although I'm starting to really like cars. I'm also starting to look at the OCGN. Just eat right through that wall. Watch. You might see a sell off here. That might have been the top. That was a big volume burst. I don't really like being stared at, but I am starting to like. I know that I like watches, red wine. I'm starting to like cars a little bit, and also I like real estate, things like that. So. Yeah, so that's kind of like what I'm trying to do by enjoying my life these days. Good food, trying to find collectible watches, maybe cars, but I don't like being stared at. I don't like being flashy. I would only do that to motivate you guys. In all honesty, I wouldn't really need it otherwise. So, and then yeah. So obviously there's a lot of other things, but that's just like the expensive things, I guess. I love golf as well. So, anyways, guys, I appreciate you guys coming on. I appreciate you guys supporting the NorMagnoTrading.com community. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the YouTube channel. See if we can get to 21,000 subscribers on YouTube. Again, let's see if we can get to 21,000 subscribers on YouTube. I'd really appreciate that, guys. OCGN continues to go. So I'm going to work out, and then we'll see what happens the rest of the day, okay? I appreciate every single one of you guys supporting the NorMagnoTrading.com community. Guys, don't get yawned out. Right now it's slow, I get that, but, good things will be coming, and I'm going to be prepared for the next big runs and rips, and I can't wait to get the momentum going again. So, all right, guys, please like and subscribe to the channel. Click the icon below for making the videos. Cheers, team.